Welcome to Myrtle Beach Eats and Beyond, the show where a local foodie, that's me, attempts to parlay a passion for delicious eats into a useful video guide for other locals and tourists attempting to answer the age-old question, where should we eat in Myrtle Beach? Don't worry, I've got you covered. With me on this journey are my three progeny, that's them, who also love to experience new eating emporiums, raising them up right. We'll also be exploring fun, family-friendly activities and showing you the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, the lowdowns and hoedowns of where to shop, play, stop, and stay. If you're lucky, I might even cook for you. And if that's not enough to convince you to subscribe, just know that once a week, I am completely wrecking my diet to bring you this content. Now, I'm not saying that you should feel guilty about that in any way, but I'm just saying you should subscribe. Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. When I was growing up in New England, we had three major pizza joints to choose from: Pizza Hut, Domino's, and a local chain called Papa Gino's. Eventually, we also got Gino's American cousin, Papa John. That's what we had to choose from, and we didn't question it. When the children and I moved to Columbia, South Carolina, we saw the chains with which we were familiar, but we also stumbled upon a chain called Marco's, which seemed to be everywhere we went. Living temporarily in an Airbnb, we had the opportunity to sample a few takeout meals as we were moving around and getting settled. Marco's was one of them. My children are pretty easy to please, so all pizza tastes pretty good to them. Mama is a little more discerning, but I found the pizza both affordable and really good. The thing that garnered my delight was the old world style pepperoni, refusing to lay across the top of the pizza surface like a soggy sticker. These tasty little nuggets crisp up on the edges, twirling upwards into a tiny little pepperoni dish, perfectly positioned for delivering the precise amount of flavorful pepperoni fats straight to the taste buds. When I tried the mushroom pizza, I was really sold. I've always enjoyed mushroom on my pizza, but I have never enjoyed how sad, limp, and dried out said mushrooms become after a brief run through the pizza oven. Marco's uses marinated mushroom slices, and they come out plump, delicious, and the perfect complement to the rest of the pie. I could snack on them all day. In fact, it's so delicious, during the weeks I'm doing low carb, I will often treat myself by just munching the cheese and mushrooms off the top and leaving the crust behind. And speaking of the low carb life, if you are into reducing glucose and insulin spikes as much as possible, you'll really dig Marco's pizza bowls. Crustless pizza you can customize to your liking, whether you want the carnivore special with pepperoni, ham, steak, meatballs, Italian sausage, and bacon, or whether you prefer a vegetarian mix with bell peppers, mushrooms, olives, and onions. It will be topped with pizza sauce, Marco's signature 3-cheese blend, and then baked until it has a delightfully crispy edge. Marco's has several different sizes of pizza. The medium is our standard, which we frequently order for those weekend pizza runs. Large and medium, as well as large and extra large. They also have a wonderful crisp salad in single serving size and a family size portion. I like to get the family portion so I can keep eating it for a few days. If you like a brownie with your pizza like we do, Marco's has the perfect tray of brownies to round out the meal. They are delicious, chocolatey, and chewy. Marco's also has great customer service in my experience. If you will allow me to digress a few moments, I'll share a rather entertaining story about the weirdest pizza delivery I've ever had in my life. Our Columbia rental happened to be located in a position that was equidistant between two Marco's restaurants. We always went to the location on one side of town only because we were living on a one-way street and it was easiest to go to the Marco's to the right. On our last night in that house, before relocating to Myrtle Beach, we ordered Marco's delivery for one last hurrah, not knowing if we would end up located near one of the two Marco's locations that I was able to find along the Grand Strand. I'd made my order request early, about 3:15 in the afternoon, because it was a Friday night and I didn't want to get our food too late into the Friday pizza rush. By about 4:20, when the pizza still hadn't arrived, I was getting a little concerned since my estimate had said it would be about 20 minutes. I called the store to politely inquire, and when I gave the address, I was told that we were in the service area of the other Marco's store. The lady who answered the phone apologized for the mishap, but I just couldn't understand how I had fallen through the cracks twice. First, when the website didn't redirect me to order from the other location, and second, when the first store got my order and no one bothered to call me and tell me that I wouldn't be getting my food delivered. By then, I was a little frustrated knowing I would have to chase down a refund to my credit card, as well as disappointed by the mix-up and annoyed because my children had now blossomed into full-on hangry. They wanted their pizza, and it was up to me to find it, and I couldn't. We got in the car and picked up drive-thru instead. It filled our bellies, but not our hearts, because we'd wanted to enjoy Marco's one more time before relocating to the uncertainty as to whether or not we would be near any other locations. The next morning, I woke up to ready ourselves for the journey. When I checked my phone, I had a missed text message from midnight the night before when I had been asleep. It was Richie, letting me know that my pizza was on the doorstep. I checked, and sure enough, my pizza was on the doorstep. I messaged him back my thanks with a healthy dose of bewilderment. That was the weirdest pizza delivery I'd ever had in my life. Luckily, when we landed here in Myrtle Beach, although we didn't plan it, we found it a very happy coincidence that our new rental house is just a few minutes' drive from the Murrells Inlet Marco's location. Not only can we go pick it up quickly, we can also have it delivered as well. And so far, it's always gotten here well before midnight. Fingers crossed.
That's good.
The Murrells Inlet location is at 2607 Business Route US 17 South, and there is an additional location at 201 Fresh Drive in Myrtle Beach. Additional locations are scattered throughout the state, including Columbia, Charleston, Florence, and Sumter.
Chili, cheesy, spicy, pepperoni.